You place an order online. A few hours later, your product has been found, picked, packed, labeled, and shipped. But here's the interesting part. In some warehouses, people perform almost every one of these tasks. In others, robots bring products to workers, conveyors move cartons automatically, and software decides where every order should go. So, what exactly is warehouse automation, and how does a warehouse go from manual operations to something like this? Let's follow one order and find out. What is warehouse automation? Warehouse automation is the use of technology to reduce repetitive manual work and move products, information, or equipment through a warehouse more efficiently. But automation doesn't necessarily mean replacing every worker with robots. Something as simple as scanning a barcode instead of writing inventory on paper is already a form of automation. At the other extreme, you can have automated storage systems, conveyors, autonomous mobile robots, robotic picking, and software coordinating thousands of movements. Think of warehouse automation as a spectrum. Let's start at the beginning. Level 1, Manual Warehouse. Imagine our customer orders a pair of headphones. In a traditional warehouse, a worker receives the order and walks through the warehouse to find the product. They locate the storage bin, pick the headphones, place them on a cart, and walk to the packing station. The package is then packed and moved toward shipping. This works, but there is one major problem. Walking, searching, and manually moving products consume a huge amount of time. So warehouses begin introducing technology. Level 2, Digital Automation. Now let's add a warehouse management system, barcode scanners, and mobile devices. When the order arrives, the WMS knows where the headphones are stored. Instead of searching, the worker receives a picking instruction. Go to aisle A, location A-01-03, pick 1 unit. The worker scans the location, then scans the product. The system confirms the correct item has been picked and immediately updates inventory. The worker still performs the physical work, but information is now automated, and that is an important distinction. Warehouse automation isn't only about robots. Software automation often comes first. Level 3, Mechanized Automation. Next, let's remove some of the walking. Instead of carrying the carton across the warehouse, the worker places it onto a conveyor. The conveyor moves it toward packing. Sensors detect the carton as it travels. At a junction, the system reads its barcode and automatically sends it to the correct destination. This is mechanized automation. People are still involved, but machines handle repetitive transportation. Now let's take another step. Level 4, Mobile Robots. What if the worker didn't have to walk to the product at all? This is where mobile robots become useful. An autonomous mobile robot, or AMR, receives a task from the warehouse system. It travels through the warehouse, collects or transports inventory, and brings it to the worker. This changes the traditional picking model. Instead of person to goods, we can move toward goods to person. The worker stays at a picking station while products come to them. Less walking, more picking, and potentially much higher productivity. Level 5, Highly Automated Warehouse. Now imagine taking this idea much further. Products are stored inside an automated storage and retrieval system. When an order arrives, software determines which inventory is required. The storage system retrieves the correct tote. Conveyors or robots transport it to a picking station. The item is picked, the order moves to automated packing, a shipping label is applied, and a sortation system routes the carton toward the correct carrier. At this point, humans may supervise the process, handle exceptions, replenish inventory, or perform tasks that are difficult to automate. But much of the product movement happens automatically. who controls everything? This raises an important question. If you have conveyors, robots, scanners, storage systems, and thousands of orders, who tells everything what to do? Usually several software layers work together. The WMS manages inventory and warehouse operations. A warehouse control system, or WCS, may communicate with automation equipment. And in more advanced environments, a warehouse execution system can coordinate work across people and machines. Think of it this way: the automation equipment provides the muscles, the software provides the instructions and coordination. We'll explore WMS, WCS, and WES in a separate video. Should every warehouse automate? Not necessarily. Automation can increase throughput, reduce repetitive work, improve accuracy, and reduce travel. But it also costs money, and the right solution depends on order volume, product characteristics, warehouse layout, labor availability, and return on investment. A small warehouse shipping a few hundred orders per day probably doesn't need the same technology as a fulfillment center processing hundreds of thousands. The goal isn't to automate everything. The goal is to automate the right process. So warehouse automation can start with something as simple as a barcode scanner and extend all the way to robots, conveyors, automated storage, and intelligent software working together. And over the next videos, we're going to break these technologies down one by one, starting with one of the most common technologies inside warehouses, the conveyor system. Subscribe to Warehouse Tech Channel if you want to understand how modern warehouses actually work. I'll see you in the next video.